Good morning. Today we will discuss regarding types of systems in low cost automation. So regarding low cost automation, so it is a technology that creates some degree of automation around the existing equipment, tools, methods and people using mostly standard components available in the market. It is a strategy completely relies on the in-house resources that can concurrently grow with the project and ultimately get integrated into the company infrastructure upon completion of the project. So the approach towards LCA involves first step is scope of the project, second is building infrastructure to support the project, and third is building the system. Now we will see the different types of systems in low cost automation. So LCA systems are basically mechanical, pneumatic, hydraulic, electrical, electronic in nature. Hybrid systems are more often used where the above technologies are combined into electromechanical, electropneumatic, pneumatic hydraulic and other forms. So the first system is mechanical system. So LCS systems are basically first is mechanical system. It is rugged, simple and cheap and made up of elements like cams, gears, mechanisms with linkages, indexing devices, feeding devices, etc. So mechanical systems are rough, simple and cheap. So these are made up of elements like cams, gears, mechanism with linkages, indexing devices, feeding devices, etc. The cam and camshaft are so designed that the operator has to only load a raw material, after which the machine will go on producing the parts till the raw material is finished, so that one operator can operate more than one machine simultaneously, thereby reducing the cost of labor per component significantly. If the raw material is in the form of blanks, that is discrete raw material, in that case, vibratory feeder bowl feeds the part at desired position in work carrier. The work carriers are mounted on rotary indexing table. All the operations are performed sequentially and finished component is unloaded at last station. In this manner, automation of very complicated operations are possible. Then second system that we will see, it is a pneumatic systems. These systems can be operated using compressed air as the active power source. Usually, the pressure is used in the range of 4 to 8 bars. Typically, compressed air facility is available through piping. The pipe running through the shop floor will have a number of tapping points to which LCA device can be connected. The system is very simple and has no moving parts. Pneumatic circuits are extremely popular for LCA applications due to their low cost, ease of fabrication, and safety in operation. Third system in LCA is hydraulic systems. So these systems can be operated using pressurized oil as the active power source. The systems in which larger forces with fine control of speed is required, hydraulics, in that case, hydraulic systems are used. The field of application is very wide, ranging from simple hydraulic brakes used in automobiles to actuating systems in aircrafts. They are used in every industry such as die casting machine, presses, injection molding machine, forklifts, machine tools, etc. Fourth system in LCA is electrical system. So it consists of electric motors or electromagnets for actuation, that is AD, DC, servo, stepper, etc. So the electrical system consists of two parts. First part is the actuator part, which consists of electromagnets, motors, brakes, etc., along with safety devices like overload protections. And the second part is the control part, consisting of activating devices like start, stop, push buttons, limit switches, relays, timers, etc. In electrical systems, variety of electric motors, AC, DC, servo, stepper, etc. are available as rotary actuators. For linear actuators, conversion of rotation of motor through any mechanical means, that is rack and pinion, screw and nuts, etc. can be used. The sensors, that is transducers, also form a major part of electrical LCA systems. The transducer converts a physical parameter, that is temperature, pressure, velocity, etc. to an electric signal which can be used to control the actuator. So switches, contactors, relays, etc. are used to develop the circuit. Fifth system in LCA is hybrid system. So in this, more than one type of system is used and interface appropriately with another, so that the advantages of both are used while ensuring that disadvantages are not harmful to the functional requirements. So depending on the systems that are coupled, these are called electromechanical, pneumatic, pneumohydraulic, electropneumatic, etc. In electromechanical system, the mechanical part provides movement of the element and electric circuit takes care of control function. In hydropneumatic systems, the advantage of simplicity of pneumatic system coupled with the high forces developed by the hydraulic system. In electro-hydraulic system, the pneumatic in electro-pneumatic system, the pneumatic part provides the movement for the elements, whereas electric part takes care of control of these parts. Now we will see the Geneva mechanism that is used in automation. So the Geneva drive or Maltese cross is a gear mechanism that translates a continuous rotation into an intermittent rotary motion. The rotary drive wheel has a pin that reaches into a slot of the driven wheel, advancing it by one step. The drive wheel also has a raised circular blocking disc that locks the driven wheel in position between the steps. So this is a Geneva drive. It consists of driven wheel, slot for the pin, then the pin that is placed in a rotating drive wheel, and a circular disc. So the Geneva mechanism translates a continuous rotation into an intermittent rotary motion. The rotating drive wheel has a pin that reaches into a slot of the driven wheel. So you can see the slot that is placed in a driven wheel for the pin. The drive wheel also has a raised circular blocking disc that locks the driven wheel in position between steps. So there are three basic types of Geneva motion mechanisms, namely external, internal, and spherical. So first, that is external Geneva mechanism. In the external Geneva mechanism, if the driven member has 6 slots, that is for 6 station dial indexing machine. Hence, for each rotation of a drive wheel, it advances by one step of 60 degree. If the driven wheel has n slots, it advances by 360 degree divided by n per full rotation of drive wheel. The usual number of indexings per revolution of the table is 4, 5, 6, 8. Second type is internal Geneva mechanism. In an internal Geneva drive, the axis of the drive wheel of the internal drive is supported on only one side. The angle by which the drive wheel has to rotate to effect one step rotation of the driven wheel is always smaller than 180 degree in an external Geneva drive and always greater than 180 degree in an internal one. The, the external form is very common as it can be built smaller and can withstand higher mechanical stresses. So because the driven wheel always under full control of the driver, impact is a problem. So it can be reduced by designing a pin in such a way that the pin picks up the driven member as slowly as possible. So both the Geneva mechanisms can be used for light and heavy duty applications. Generally, they are used in assembly machines. Third is spherical Geneva mechanism. So in this type of mechanism, the Geneva cross is an spherical shape and cam drive are connected in externally, which is extremely rare. The driver and driven wheel are on perpendicular shaft. The duration of dwell is exactly 180 degree of driver rotation. So this is regarding the Geneva mechanism. We will see the working. In the most common arrangement, the driven wheel has 4 slots and thus advances by one step of 90 degrees for each rotation of the drive wheel. If the driven wheel has n slot, it advances by 360 degree divided by n per full rotation of the drive wheel. So Genevas are also combined with variety of other mechanisms such as 4-bar linkages, clutch brake combinations, non-circular gears, etc. to modify the motion curves and dwell motion ratios obtained from pure Geneva. So advantages of Geneva mechanism. It is the simplest and least expensive of all intermittent motion mechanisms. So they came in a wide variety of sizes ranging from those used in instruments to those used in machine tools to index spindle carriers weighing several tons. They have good motion curves characteristics compared to ratchets but exhibit more jerk or instantaneous change in acceleration than better cam systems. Disadvantages: it is not versatile mechanism and produce jerks. The ratio of dwell period to motion is also established once the number of dwells per revolution has been selected. All Geneva acceleration curves start and end with finite acceleration and deceleration. Applications: it is applicable in production industries and in automobile industries for mass production. Modern film projectors may also use electronically controlled indexing mechanisms or stepper motors, which allows for fast forwarding the film. Geneva wheels having the form of a driven wheel were also used in mechanical watches, but not in a drive, rather to limit the tension of the spring, such that it would operate only in the range where its elastic force is nearly linear. Indexing tables in assembly lines, tool changers for CNC machines, and so on. Now we will see automation using the cams. So cams are mechanical devices which are used to generate curvilinear or irregular motion of mechanical elements. So they are used to convert rotary motion into oscillatory motion or oscillatory motion into rotary motion. So cam is defined as a machine element having a curved outline or a curved groove which by its rotation or reciprocating motion gives a predetermined specified motion to another element called the follower. So cam is a mechanical element which is used to deliver the reciprocating or oscillatory motion to another machine element known as follower. Cam and follower is a type of assembly. Both works together in any machine element. Cam and followers are the example of higher pair due to the line contact between them. Some complicated motions are easily achieved by using cams and followers which are difficult to achieve. So we can say that the cam and followers are the most important part of the mechanisms. The cams and follower combinations is mostly used in internal combustion engines for operating inlet and exhaust valves, machine tools, printing control mechanisms, and so on. So there are two links, namely the cam itself, which acts as an input member. The other link that acts as an output member is called a follower. The cam transmits the motion to the follower by direct contact. In a cam follower pair, the cam usually rotates while the follower translates or oscillates. Complicated output motions which are otherwise difficult to achieve can easily be produced with the help of cams. So cams are widely used in internal combustion engines, machine tools, printing control mechanisms, automated machines, etc. So necessary elements of a cam mechanism are: first is a driver member known as the cam, second a driven member called as follower, and third a frame which supports the cam and guides the follower. Now we will see the classification or types of cams. So we use different types of cams in various applications. Some of the commonly used cams are: first is wedge or flat cam. So you can see the diagram, wedge or flat cam. At the bottom you can see the wedge shaped cam, and at the top of the cam you can see the follower which transmit the motion of the cam into oscillatory or reciprocating motion. So wedge cam has a wedge which moves in translation motion, but the follower on it can either oscillates or translates. Spring is used to maintain the contact between the cam and the follower. Sometimes flat plate is also used at the place of wedge with groove in which follower is held and rotates. In this groove, a roller follower is used. So you can see the translatory motion of the cam that can be converted into reciprocating motion of the follower. Second is radial or disc cam. You can see here radial or disc cam. As per its name, in radial cam, the follower movement takes place radially in the center of the cam. Cam is pin joint and the follower rotates in radial motion with respect to the cam. This cam is very compact and simple in working. You can see the diagram now. So At the bottom you can see the wedge shaped cam, and at the top there is a follower with having the spring, and there is a guide to operate the follower. The third is cylindrical cam. In cylindrical cam, a cylindrical circle is rotates about its own axis. It is also known as barrel cam. The follower is attached with the spring, comes into the contact of cylindrical cam in two ways. That is, in first case, a groove is cut on the periphery of the barrel and the follower is constrained into this groove where it is oscillating. In second case, the end of the cylinder is work as working surface. So you can see the diagram. So it is a cylindrical cam. So the groove, it is cut on a periphery of the barrel or the cylinder, and the follower is constrained into this groove where it is oscillating. So oscillating, that arrow, it is shown for oscillating of the follower, because that follower, that is inside the groove that is placed on a surface of the cylinder. Next is spiral cam. So spiral cam is used in the application of computers where we need to reverse the direction of cam by resetting the position of the follower. This can be done with the grooves cut in the form of spirals on the face of the cam. These spiral type grooves have teeth which come into the contact with the pin gear follower. The movement of the follower is depends on upon the radial distance of the grooves, which is measure of axis of the cam. So you can see the spiral cam. Next is globoidal cam. It has two types. One is concave surface and other is convex surface type. The circumferential cut is made on the periphery of the cam for the rotation of the follower. The working of both convex and concave types surfaces is same, but applications are different. The follower has oscillating motion. This type of cam is used in medium speed engine where follower has to move in a large angle of oscillation. So you can see here how the oscillatory motion of the follower is obtained. So this is a concave surface and there is a groove that is placed on a concave surface in which the follower moves, giving the oscillatory motion of the follower. Then conjugate cam. Conjugate cam is a combination of two discs. These two discs are perfectly joined together and come in contact with the follower. Here, two roller followers are used which constrain opposite to each other. The main advantage of this type of follower is they work noise free and wear tear rate is very less as compared to other cams. For high speed and high dynamic load applications, this cam is being among all, best among all. So this is a conjugate cam. So this is regarding the types of systems in low cost automation. Thank you.